here. So I asked the question, what is agriculture? And in Kohala, we say that anyone who takes the risk, practice science and soil and animal growing, rearing animals to provide food, wool, and other agriculture products, that's agriculture. So from the backyard revolution to the opportunity of exporting out of Kohala, we challenge you. And so I leave you with this question. What is a culture without agriculture?
Hi, I'm David Fuertes and I'm from Kohala and I'm the executive director for the Pa'amua and this is fabulous. This is bringing the people together. You know, we always talk about origin, we always talk about values, we talk about purpose, and we talk about destiny. So this all pulls it in together. So I just wanted to thank all of you for being here and visioning plus action is going to change Kohala, and we mahalo all of you.
To reflect back on the question Papa David said, what is how can you have culture without agriculture? The answer is you can't. Thing is, if you have no food, no water, no land, no resources, no farmers, no one cultivating anything for you to have, you to use, because agriculture is not only, oh, I'm gonna put something in the ground, hopefully it grows up into something I can eat. Farming, agriculture is also, oh, I should do this for a community. I can plant some trees. Later on in life, we can cut them down and make houses.
Kohala, meaning the sweet breath of life. It is that sweet breath that brings abundant wealth and growth to our Aina. And we welcome the winds of Kohala, the A'apa'a, where the voices of our kupuna rise of the wind to give us guidance and direction. And we say, welcome, welcome.
By about 1400, Kohala is feeding roughly 10, sometimes up to 14,000 people. Right? No more Walmart, no more Takata store. They grew it all themselves, and that's a big population, more than we have here right now. When his advisors come to Kamehameha and tell him, boy, you better build an army, because if you don't go after them, they're coming after you. What's the first thing the king did to prepare for war? Plant food. Sweet potato, kalo, ulu. Only about 10% of the streams in all of Hawaii flow all year round, perennial streams, right? Everything else is just when there's rain, there's water. Kohala has 25% of that 10%. Actually from Waipio all the way up to around the corner, up all the way to Halava. There are streams that flow throughout the year. And with the right kind of management and awareness, you can make that water work for us. That's really a blessing that we have in Kohala, and we should not take it lightly.
We gotta do this now. 2 years now the ditch is down. We gotta do it now. And it doesn't mean it has to always come from the ditch, but we got water for us to sustain ourselves.
What it is to be this. Mana does not fall out of the sky and land in your lap. It comes from the water that you drink, the food that you eat. When we talk about agriculture, this is nice. But the realities that plague us when it comes to agriculture needs to be talked about. When land costs us much, the reality is, who is in a financial position to do agriculture? Let's be real. Because if we hear, when we talk about visioning, with respect to my ancestors, growing food on this land for thousands of years, and sugar for over 100. This is our village to make an attempt to determine the longevity of our vision for our children in this land. It's time for all of us to make something go right. So I'm very thankful. So as everybody begins to break out into visioning, really think about the longevity of your vision and who it is that you truly represent. Me, I'm here for my kids, and yours, to assure that they can continue to live out this connection just like my ancestors that filled me with the voice that comes to you now. It's that type of love, it's that type of teaching that we need for this place, for our best effort to move forward for something that we can feel proud of, everybody. Returning integrity to our community, to our food that is medicine, in every way you understand. That's where Mana come from, folks.
15 years ago, the origin is we had our CDP plan. Yeah, and the CDP plan was keep Kohala, Kohala. That means we want to keep it agriculture. We say that 20 years from 15 years ago, we want to be 50% food sustainable. When you look at your plate, 50% of that should come from Kohala. It's not happening. Let's make it happen.
What we're building on today is a long legacy of agriculture in Kohala that goes much before me and my time. But the thread that I really want to weave in today is that what we're building on today is an opportunity to have conversations, to get your voices heard on the wall, to have dialogue and conversations. This is really an open invitation for a lot of those conversations that we have in the early mornings on the farm, or late at night when we're processing, or in the kitchen preparing food. This is a space to bring those into a wider community context. And we're building on the work of 10 years ago when we conducted a strategic plan for food self-sufficiency in Kohala based on the community goal of 50% food self-sufficiency. So really gonna end today with a SOAR analysis, an understanding of what the issues and challenges are and ideas for solutions of what's already happening, what could happen, and how we could track that.
What you see are these large issue areas: water, energy, land, farmer wellness, housing, production, food access. The first thing we're going to ask you to do is to identify specific key issues under these areas.
This is our housing section. We're going to first have each participant fill out this little form where they identify, it's called a SOAR analysis, right? So we're going to identify a priority area, which is housing, focus on one key issue that matters to you, and then fill out each of these boxes, like what are your aspirations, what are your goals, what actions are currently being taken, what would you like to see being taken, and then we're going to get into groups of 4, and the community members are going to talk to each other, kind of, get to know each other, and then one of them will share out. And what we'll do is we'll take each response in the box onto a sticky note, and then we'll put them on our larger posters, and then what will come out of this is key issues within housing. And I think a key part of this is really being in tune with what actions are already being taken, because that piece often gets overlooked, and that's why these kind of gatherings are really important.
Dots or little stickers. You can go around and read what other people wrote, and if you really agree with that, you can put your sticker there. You can also put additional post-it notes around if you have comments related to what was shared. And in rare cases, the facilitators do have red dots if you really disagree with something that's being put forward, but we do request that you add a comment to that just to share a little bit more behind the disagreement.
That vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision, poho, waste of time. But vision plus action can change the world. Okay.
This is like so exciting, right? That community is willing to come out and lift up their voices, but more importantly, what comes out of this, that we're all taking action, because it's not just government will take care of this, it's also about us individually picking up that kuleana to actually grow our own, help others grow, right? But also how do we support our farmers, because they have a hard task ahead. So much, is not in their favor, and so we need to begin to shift the systems for them. So these kinds of processes help to inform that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Mahalo to Kohala.
Think of all, look at all of these beautiful ideas that are coming out in these exchanges and these people that are talking story and for the betterment of agriculture in Kohala. This is going to be passed down from generation to generation, and so we want to cultivate these conversations, and we want to just encourage everybody to share what they want, what they need here in Kohala for sustainability, for our keiki to grow their own products on their own land. And so,
I just captured this from this morning's talk, and it is sort of evolving with people coming up and adding in themes, and we're going to be taking the themes from the community and building out this vision wall that has sort of high-level themes from what they've been talking about today. So all of these are going to be, they're sort of iterative pieces that hopefully they'll use in the next 2 months to come up with more input and then iterate a new sort of visual vision for the community.
So we just want to acknowledge again Uncle's invitation that this process is planning to get all the ideas on the wall, but the real work is yet to come, right? How are we going to take all of this information and feedback and results and turn it into a collective plan that's shared? So that invitation is to join us in the CDP Ag Committee, where we'll really be working through this. And we'll keep you all posted in the coming months when we'll have the opportunity for a community share back to get everyone's feedback and to really continue the process forward.